So we're riding here in car number 97 with Shane Van Gisbergen, championship leader, a former winner of this race. And you can hear in the background the wheels spin in the low gears, and he's treading very gently. And
his recent World Rally Championship exploits will serve him well right now, because
third in WRC2 last weekend on the podium, and that was pretty cool, and 9th outright. Visibility is going to be a huge issue, and you can see from Craig's car here at the moment, the super cheap entry, what a battle it is when you're tucked in behind the rear wing of another car. Now, Will Davison's the fastest at the moment from David Reynolds. This is going to chop and change massively depending on traffic, and there you go. That's what happens when it goes sideways on you. This will, if it can't get out, will trigger a flag. And where's he sitting? He's sitting third at the moment, Todd Hazelwood. This is up at turn 2. It's gone straight ahead in the braking area up there, and it has now been red flagged.
Red flag, pit exit closed.
They closed the pit exit in that process, and Will Davison was actually on a better lap then as well. So that's James Taylor on the right-hand side of screen. And he's run very wide. In fact, he's braked so late that he's ended up on the crest of the road down there on the crown and has fallen off the edge of the road and buried it pretty heavily into the tyres. There's going to be a bit of that going on this weekend, and this is what happened to Andre Heimgartner. We caught the back end of this in the R&J Batteries Brad Jones Racing entry. Podiums for Andre, a special one and an emotional one for him in New Zealand last time out at Pukekohe Raceway. And they jumped on the racetrack very quick yesterday with that car, so he was really happy with the way it rolled out. Whoa, a little nudge of the wall for Tim Slade, but there's a bit of added pressure to make sure that you don't bunker it, or worse, when you've got a championship on the line as well.
Here's Stanaway. We're just talking about his pace. This is a very good lap. In fact, it puts him to second. He's only 0.2 of a second away from Shane Van Gisbergen. How does this work with fast Kiwis? And now, I think you're going to see one of the cars going off in the braking area straight away, yeah. So that is a big moment. And you spoke about it earlier. It's so easy to make the smallest mistake. And that's a river of water that's caught the Kostecki's out. But this is with Anton now. Was it Anton or D'Alberto? I didn't see who was on.
It was Anton.
Was it?
Yeah. So
they've tried to come in. So we've just seen 4 cars off the road. There's the river. So just right there, he was out of control. He's totally out of control for 200 metres before finally he goes through the trap backwards, through the grass and back out onto the start-finish straight on the way out of Murray's Corner. Have a look how fast that was.
And I tell you, he was a little bit lucky that he didn't end up another car length further back, because you fall into that gravel trap, you stay there.
Oh, here we go. That's the fence. Gee, that's bad. So he got away with that.
I just lost the chase.
That's Macaulay Jones on board.
Flag, red flag, red flag.
No, they've just red flagged it
red flag,
because of the location of this car. Could there be a more appropriate sponsor for that car? Wet and forget. That is how sideways. He had an armful of opposite lock at probably 250k.
Turn it off and on again.
Yeah.
Whoa. Have a look at the amount of water there now. As you said, because of the brake. So what actually happens is when the cars are all off the road, the standing water is worse because there's not cars dispersing it. Yeah. So as soon as there's no cars out there, the conditions are way worse as we recommence practice 4. Someone's off.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Lowndes. So this is an exceptional lap. I could watch that all day. Yeah. That is unbelievable skill.
He just put 1 second on his teammate Jamie Whincup. Pit in, creating real headaches out there at the moment for Car 888 and others. This is Craig Lowndes. When Craig Lowndes is dealing with it, I could see all the water coming up from Shane's viewpoint. I went, holy hell. So that's a massive amount of water. Here's another angle. Look at that.
That is extraordinary.
Just flew off the road. And this is the onboard view.
You reckon the wiper's going to do a job
red
here?
Flag, red flag. Red flag, pit exit closed.
So when he got down to the fast right-hander, this is the story of why that car's parked there. It's gone in the fence hard. That's the story for Will Brown. No wonder that car's parked against the fence at the top of the hill, because he has gone in before the tree section before you get to Silman Park. And he's now gone around the left-hander. On board, have a listen. Slides it up and over the top of the rise. Goes to turn in, it's gone. Bang! And see how that steering come out of his hand. That's actually made significant contact.
Race control to all teams, race control to all teams. Session is declared, it will not resume. By the time the truck gets back to pit lane, we will have no time remaining.
It's been declared under a red flag scenario, and we rode with the lap that mattered for Shane Van Gisbergen, so that was cool to look over his shoulder. Home by 1 second over James Courtney. Jamie Whincup and then James Courtney, followed by Richie Stanaway, and then we've got Brown, Di Pasquale, Reynolds, Heimgartner, Davison and Lowndes. And for Will Brown, unfortunately, that damage up the top is pretty substantial, and that's off the back of the gigantic damage that was done to that car and the huge rebuild that they went through to get it to a jig, get it sorted and get back in the shop and start from absolute scratch. So yeah, that's going to be a tough one for them this afternoon. I suspect that there's going to be pretty serious damage done to componentry.